3 minutes until the start of this one. Let's give you a little update on what has happened so far. Packers took game one with a score of, let me find it on the sheet here, 62-56. That one got real interesting as the Packers led that one for the most part, but the Rough Riders didn't go away and were able to actually come back and retake the lead. Packers kind of got in a little deficit there, but were able to come back and retake the lead. And the story of that game was fouls and turnovers as we got late into the game, and it seemed like we had a foul every couple of seconds. And few players for both teams were able to foul out, and that left us with the score of 62-56 in favor of the Packers. Before we start, let's thank our sponsors at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union, Go Promo, and Van Dam Chiropractic. The Magnitude Sports Media Network would like to thank these wonderful sponsors for all they do and for helping us broadcast North Dakota High School athletics. So be sure to thank them for supporting North Dakota High School athletics. Let's give you a little update on the schedule tonight and tomorrow, as we'll be broadcasting Fargo North versus Fargo Davies. Right now, we'll have CJV. That'll be check that C squad. C game should be done by now, but we'll also be broadcasting JV and varsity. For the Fargo North and Davies in boys basketball. We'll also be broadcasting Perm versus Holly in boys basketball, JV and varsity, as well as Barnesville versus Frazee in boys basketball. For Saturday, February 20th, which is tomorrow, we'll be broadcasting Fargo Davies versus Fargo North in boys swim and dive. That'll be from 11 to 2. And we'll also be broadcasting Perm versus DGF in girls basketball. Starting at 1 o'clock, we'll have CJV and varsity. 40 seconds left to go at the start of this one. Let's talk about where you can find us on social media. You can find us on Twitter at msportsnet live. You can also find us on Instagram at Magnitude Sports, all lowercase. Be sure to like, retweet, follow us. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can watch us at facebook.com/msportsnetfb live. And if you're watching on Facebook tonight, you can watch us on YouTube at youtube.com/Magnitude Sports. Let's talk about where you can find any games that you'd like to go back and watch. You can find simply go to Magnitude Sports, search that on Google, go to Archives, and you can click on any game and re-watch it. Let's go back to the court here. The West Fargo Packers will be on the left side of your screen. They're in their they're in their white uniforms with white numbers. And the Red River Rough Riders are in their black uniforms with white numbers. As the tip-off goes to the Rough Riders. They'll bring it up the court here. And they'll work to a left. Packers wanted to charge, not going to get it. And that'll be an interception there by Caden Zepeda. As C.J. Knutson will take a 3 for the Packers on the far side. No good. Rebound goes to Caden Zepeda, after a couple of players play hot potato there. Rough Riders will inbound the pass here. They'll get it into Grant Vanstall. And he'll pass it over to Gunnar Heikart. And a travel will be called here on the Rough Riders.
Definitely not the start I think either team's really wanted. You want to come out with a score, come out with a little bit of a bang, and both teams, even though we're 30 seconds in, not really showing a lot of strength here, showing a lot of oomph and some power to get this one started out.
Jancy has it at the top of the key here. He'll look to get it down to Larson, and a shot there is no good. Peyton Jancy has it at the top of the key. Once again, he'll hand it off to Zepeda. Over to C.J. Knutson on the far side. Drives, puts up a jumper, and he's got it. Packers get the first points on the night here with a minute into game 2 here at West Fargo High School. And a foul will be called here on the Packers. Cody Wurtzfeld here on play-by-play, and Kenley on color and graphics.
As we have Cameron on camera. Welcome, Cameron. We're glad you're with us tonight. We appreciate your help very much.
As C.J. Knutson will bring it up the court here for the Packers, looking to get around a couple of Rough Riders. Gets it down to Lambert, who has a nice shot off the glass. And the Packers lead 4-0. Rough Riders are still looking for their first points on the night.
Nice job there by the Packers. You know, C.J. Knutson's first three didn't really go in. But then he decided, hey, I'm going to take the jumper instead. That one fell. Then they were able to get the ball down low into Lambert. So doing a good job on, even though the first few shots from way outside the arc didn't go down, they're still getting shots and realizing they need to go a little bit closer to the basket to get some points to fall.
And something we saw here at the second half of the game one, the Packers are in foul trouble with 3 fouls here early on, and that results in the Rough Riders going to the line here. And they get their first points as that first free throw is good. Couldn't quite get the first one to, or second one to go, excuse me, and he'll have one more. That is our John Doe once again, as we do not have a number 14 on the roster here. So he'll be our John Doe for the night, Kenley.
Hey, we have a John Doe at least usually in 1 game, but having it 2 games in a row, I think that's got to be a record for the amount of John Does we've had in a night.
As the Packers get another points there, as the score is 6-2 in favor of the West Fargo Packers with 16 minutes and change left to go in the first half here. Checking in for the Rough Riders is going to be Logan Harrison. He'll check in for John Doe. Or excuse me, he'll check in for Van Stahl, I believe. And the Packers wanted a foul, and they're going to get it. So the Red River Rough Riders pick up their first team foul. As Jancy inbounds the pass here to Kane Zepeda. He'll work it up the court with that right-handed dribble. He'll reach the Packer Bowl at half court and hand it off to Knutson. Knutson gives it back to Zepeda, over there to Jancy, who thought about the 3. Gives it over to C.J. Knutson. Gives it up to Zepeda at the top of the key, who's quickly double-teamed there. And they'll have 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Over there to Jancy, who takes a 3, and that's going to be too strong. And no reset on the shot clock because that didn't reach the rim, and there's 3 seconds left. Zepeda puts up a 3 at the last second, and that'll be a shot clock violation as both 3s did not reach or did not hit the rim there. So good defense for the Rough Riders to start out this one, Kenley, as they were able to force a shot clock violation there.
And you know, Cody, that's not easy. Forcing a shot clock violation is not easy. I'm impressed at how they did. I'm also impressed that the Packers were able to realize, at least the bench realized, that shot clock didn't reset. And I don't think the players on the court realized that right away, but by the fact that the bench was counting down, it really kind of sped things up and got things cut up in the minds of those Packers players.
Jacob Lamberts pokes that out of bounds, and Rough Riders have it here. That'll be Logan Harrison that has it at the top of the key. Looks to get around a couple of Packer defenders, hands it off to Christopher Foss. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Looking around Lamberts, can't get it to go. Rebound falls into the hands of Gunnar Heikert. And Jancy will come away with it as the Rough Riders aren't able to get points there. So he'll work his way to the basket, hands it off to Lamberts, puts up the left-handed floater, and he got it. Lamberts likes those shots, little floaters, jumpers right in the paint.
And Cody, we've also seen him hit some big shots from downtown as well. He's deadly from all over the court.
Lamberts has 6 of the Packers' 8 points tonight. Quick math there, that's 75%. As C.J. Knutson has some nice moves to get around a defender here, and the Packers double up on the Red River Rough Riders 10-5 with 14:20 left to go in this first half of Game 2 of this triple header. On the Make 2 Sports Media Network, Euro step there by the Rough Riders is no good. However, they're able to get back their own rebound. That'll be Logan Harrison that's looking to drive, puts up the jumper there, nothing but net.
Good shooting here by both teams to start out. Getting there, realizing, hey, maybe we're not going to be able to make some shots in this area, but then adjusting and making shots, being able to go down from other spots on the floor.
Zepeda has it in between the circles. He'll pass it over to Knutson, who thought about the 3, gives it back to Zepeda. Over there to Knutson, takes the 3, off the mark. Rebound goes to Tanner Larson. Larson's looking to get around Harrison. And he's able to get it to Jancy, who puts up the right-handed floater, and he's got it, nothing but net. And that's a lob there to our John Doe, who's on a fast break, can't get the layup to go, and they're going to say it was last touched by the Rough Riders.
Oh, I don't know if I would agree with that, Cody.
As that looked like that may have touched the Packers. And as Max Fowl will check in for Knutson. Golden opportunity for the Rough Riders to cut it. Get another 2 points, there. But sometimes those wide open fast break shots are the hardest to convert. Nick Carlson checks in, and he's got 2 points for the Packers. Extends the lead to 7 here as the Packers double up once again, 14-7 with 13 minutes and change to go. Harrison has it here on the near side corner. Packers student section wanted it to be called out of bounds there as he was tightrope walking on the line there. Ball will be poked out of bounds, and it's going to be Rough Riders' ball as that was last touched by the Packers. Our John Doe will inbound the pass here. He'll get it into Carter Byram. Over there back to our John Doe. A 3 put up by Gunnar Heikert, no good. And rebound goes to Nick Carlson, who passes it to Max Fowl, who's looking to drive. Dishes over there to Larson, back up to Zepeda for the 3 at the top of the key off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound goes to our John Doe. Harrison walks it up the court here with that right-handed dribble, switches back to his left and back over to his right once again. Heikert has it on the far side corner, back up to Grant Vanstall in between the circles. And Carter Byram took a hard fall there, as you could hear the thud all the way up here, and he is slow to get up. As his teammates help him up, and that was a thud. He appears to be okay, which is good, as the referees will make him check out just for a little bit so he can catch his breath. He appears to be okay, but we'll keep you updated. As a 3 put up there by Heikert is no good, Jancy crosses half court. And he'll draw the foul there, as he was quickly met by 2 Rough Riders. Jancy will inbound the pass here. He'll get it into Carlson, who has it at the top of the key. He'll pass it over to Fowl, who's looking to drive. Gives it back to Jancy. Back to Fowl. Fowl puts up the baby hook shot, no good. And Lambert's is right there for the rebound and the putback. Lambert has 50% of the Packers' points. He's got 8, and the Packers have 16. Our Harrison was looking to work his way down in the paint, but loses control. And Vanstall has it here. Back to Harrison. Takes a 3 at the top. The key, nothing but net from the big man. And Harrison cuts the Packer lead down to 6. 11:30 to go in the first half here. Max has it at the top of the key. Passes it over to Zepeda. Zepeda's looking to drive. Beautiful dish down to Lambert's, loses it, and the Rough Riders come away with it. Harrison has it here. He'll pass it over there to Heikert, and that ball will fall out of bounds on the far side. And it was his last touch by the Packers. Dorian Tarley will check in for Peyton Jancy. Heikert will inbound pass here to our John Doe, who has it just beyond the half-court line. Back to Heikert over there on the far side, directing traffic. Passes to Drew Bowen, who has it on the far side here, looking to get around Nick Carlson. Can't quite do that. Dishes it back to Harrison. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Heave thrown up, no good. Rebound goes to Lamberts. Dorian Tarley has it here. Zepeda thought about the 3, gives it down to Tarley. Back up to Carlson at top of the key, spins around defender, loses it, and Heikert comes away with it. And the Packers get it right back. Yep, that's going to be a travel. That was pretty obvious there, as Lamberts wasn't going to get out of that one.
And this has just been a back-and-forth game by both teams. Both teams doing a tremendous job showing up with the effort here. They kind of started out maybe a little bit slow, but both teams waking up and realizing, hey, this is going to be a hard game no matter how hard we fight.
And the Rough Riders get 2 points there, courtesy of Grant Vanstall. That shot right there, they cut the Packer lead down to 4. Charlie has that top key over to Carlson at the right elbow. Carlson has it taken away, but gets it back, puts up the shot, and gets it to go from a little help with the backboard. 18-12. 10-10 left to go here. Foul intercepts that one, and he gets it to Carlson at the right elbow there. Puts up a shot, no good, but he'll be fouled on the play, and the Rough Riders are going to pick up their 3rd team foul. That'll be the first personal on Logan Harrison. And Nick Carlson will go to the line to shoot 2. Like you said, Kenley, very back and forth game here, high tempo.
And, you know, both teams are making just kind of some silly mistakes here, which as a coach and as a player is frustrating. As a player, you never want to make the silly, dumb mistakes that you know are kind of the go-to, the newbie type of mistakes. And that can be really frustrating. As a coach, it's frustrating because you know your players know better, they can play better, and they can do better. But overall, both teams coming out here having a really good night so far, keeping this one close, making shots when it counts. And I think both teams are doing pretty well in that foul category so far. I mean, we're only at about that 9-minute mark, or excuse me, that 10-minute mark. But teams with Packers have 4, and the Red River Rough Riders have 3. So on the foul side, I think it's actually going pretty good here tonight for both teams.
3 put up there by Drew Bowen, but that was deflected.
And just when I spoke of teams doing good with fouls, Max Foul picks the one up. It's because I didn't knock.
However, the Rough Riders aren't able to get the first one to go as that hit off the front of the iron. That'll be Bowen at the line, and he goes 0 for 2. He was fouled on a 3-point shot there, so he's got 1 more. That's the second time that the Rough Riders are fouled on a 3-point shot tonight. So Bowen goes 1 for 3 at the line here, 33%. Jancy has it, hands it off to Foul. Back to Dorian Tarley, near side corner 3. He got it, nothing but net. Welcome Dorian Tarley. Tarley's got to get back on defense. And they're going to get him on a foul, I believe. Great effort there for Tarley to sprint across the court. Boy, Kenley, did it look like he'd get there in about 2.5 seconds.
Much faster than I ever could, that's for sure.
But unfortunately, he was called for the foul there.
And you know, you always got to say you can't really get caught up in the fact that you made a shot. But he did a good job. I don't think he really got too caught up in it. I think he kind of realized, oh my goodness, my man's all the way down there. I got to get there fast. And at least he hustled after it and tried to do what he could.
And with that right there, the score is now 22-15 at West Fargo High School in favor of the West Fargo Packers. 9:30 and counting to go. Nick Carlson puts up a layup, gets it to go, extends the lead to 9. Harrison has it here for the Rough Riders. Gives it to Heikert. 3 put up there by Vanstall. No good. Rebound goes to the Rough Riders. That fell out of the hands of C.J. Knutson. Heikert has it in between the circles. Passes it over to Harrison. Looks to spin around Nick Carlson. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound goes to Peyton Jancy. Jancy works up the court here for the Packers. Tried for the cross-court pass to Max Foul, but that was picked off. And beautiful defense there by C.J. Knutson as he was able to get his hands up, and that was deflected. Very fast-paced game here as Jancy has it here for the Packers. Yep, he's going to be called for a travel there as that pivot foot just moved a little bit.
And I just want to go back down to that other possession there that the Rough Riders had. C.J. Knutson made all 3 defensive stops on that play to make it so the Rough Riders didn't score all by himself. So you're right. Good job by C.J. Knutson coming in and being ready to go.
As Max Foul just grabbed that right out of the dribble there as we saw Rough Rider working to the left side of your screen, and then you saw Max Foul going to the right with the basketball. And he put up 2 points there. Nick Carlson gets another 2 points, and that's going to result in a full timeout by the Red River Rough Riders. Packers lead 28-15 with just under 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. We'll be back here in 45 seconds on the Make2 Sports Media Network.
Fargo Davies working left to right. They set up Van Dam with the 2-hand slam off the alley-oop. Give the assist to Cole Haynes.
Did you miss any part of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Magnitude's DVR feature puts instant replay instantly into your hands. Revisit a big player score, watch a delayed version of this game, and then click live at any time to return to the live broadcast. Now you don't have to miss the game-winning buzzer beater, your son's 79-yard touchdown run, or your daughter's set sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
Outside Satter. Step back three, number 12. He got it! 7 in the first half and 5 so far here in the second half.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to West Fargo High School. Full timeout called by the Red River Rough Riders as the Packers were picking up some momentum there, as they now lead by 13 points with a score of 28-15. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors once again at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union, Go Promo and Van Dam Chiropractic. Without these wonderful sponsors, we wouldn't be able to broadcast these games here at West Fargo High School. So be sure to thank them for all they do and for supporting North Dakota High School athletics. Rough Riders have the ball here. Packers fans want to travel, not going to get it. That wasn't able to connect to the rim, and that fell right into the hands of the Packers, and Jancy spins around there, but isn't able to get the shot to go. Rough Riders have it here. Both teams are electing to go fast pace out of the timeout. As that'll be Christopher Foss that has it. Hands it off to Arison. Arison down to Heikert, who puts up a shot there. No good. Rebound goes to Peyton Jancy. Knutson brings up the court here. He's looking to go all the way. Puts up the circus shot. Rattles in and out. No good. Rebound goes to Arison. Arison's looking to slow things down. Works it up the court here with that left-handed dribble. He'll be guarded by Nick Carlson. Dribbles in between the circles. Screen set there by the Rough Riders. Arison's going to the line. Or excuse me. Yes, he will be going to the line to shoot two as that foul was called on Peyton Jancy. And just like that, the Packers are going to pick up their 7th team foul. Rough Riders will be in the bonus, and Arison will be to the line shooting the 1-for-1. Second personal on Peyton Jancy.
You know, that was kind of a big jump there for the Packers. They were doing pretty good. They had 4 fouls, and the Rough Riders had 3, but they really kind of maybe let themselves go a little bit, got to that 7-point mark early, and now with about 7 minutes and a few seconds to go here, the Rough Riders are going to be in that 1-for-1 bonus and possibly pretty soon going to be into that double bonus.
Caleb Heupel will check in here for Jancy. He'll have it and he'll pass it off to Zepeda. Zepeda's just going to use his speed to get to the basket. Tried for the reverse layup, can't get it to go. Good defense there by Heupel, and that forces a turnover there for the Packers. Jump ball will be called as foul, and Arison were fighting over that one. Possession arrow will be given to the Rough Riders. Or check that, Packers, Heupel will inbound the pass here on the far side, just to the left of the scorer's table. He'll pass it into Zepeda. Zepeda will walk it up across half court with that right-handed dribble. He'll hand it off to Foul. Foul will give it back to Zepeda. Zepeda thought about the 3, works around the defender. Heupel for the 3, works his way up to the left elbow. No good. Rebound goes to Foul. Back out to Zepeda for the 3. He got it. Nothing but net. 31-16 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. 6:40 counting to go here in Game 2 of this triple header between the visiting Red River Rough Riders and the West Fargo Packers. Foss will be driving here. Nice dish to Bowen, and Rough Riders come right back with 2 points of their own.
You know, that was a great job by Bowen getting that ball off before he even had his feet hit the ground. He knew that if his feet hit the ground, the defender was going to be able to get in front of his face, so doing a nice job getting that ball up and getting the basket to fall.
C.J. Knutson working down to the paint, can't get it to go. A lob there to Bowen, and his shot is no good. Zepeda has it. Heupel thought about the far side corner 3, gives it back out to Heupel instead, Zepeda instead. Zepeda's looking to drive here. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound will go to Arison, and he'll work it up the court here for the Rough Riders. I believe that ball went off the foot of a Packer, and they're going to say that's a 3 there from our John Doe. Number 14 here. We do not have a 14 on the roster. If you're just joining us. CJ Knutson working back down in the paint. Rattles in and out here as it appears the net monster is back. Rough Riders are electing to use these lobs again, and that three is no good. Foul brings up the court. Gives it over to Cepeda. Thought about the three. Takes a couple steps forward and tries to get the jumper to go, but it's no good. Foss puts up a three. No good. Rebound goes to Foul. Foul crosses half court. Gives it over there to Heupel for the three. And no good once again. As both teams started this game off red hot. And that's a beautiful play there by our John Doe.
And that was just so fast-paced there for a while. You got to wonder, was that really the game plan? You know, when you mentioned when they came out of that timeout, it was really a fast-paced game. For a while there, that wasn't really working too well for the Rough Riders. I don't know if that was exactly the game plan that the Rough Riders came out with, because then we saw them slow the game down a bit, and then they were able to draw the foul. So it's going to be interesting to see, as this halftime gets closer and closer, what the game plan is going to look like in the second half.
And what a play there from our John Doe for the Red River Rough Riders. Able to drive to the basket, get the layup to go, and draw the and one opportunity and drain the free throw there. They cut the Packer lead down to 7 with just under 5 minutes to go. Cepeda will cross half court. He'll hand it off to Larson. Gives it down to Nick Carlson. Dribbles there, puts up a shot, and Carlson comes back with the and one opportunity of his own.
And that's just a tough, solid kid who does not like to miss baskets and does not like when his team is in a close game or when they're down. And he's someone you got to watch out for.
However, Carlson can't get the free throw to go, but he gets a steal there. Gives it down to Lamberts. Back out to Cepeda. Back to Heupel. Puts up the right-handed floater. No good. Heupel gets his own rebound. Resets it back out to Larson. Larson gives it down to Lamberts. Lamberts tries for the left-handed floater. No good. Rebound goes to the Rough Riders.
Larson had a nice no-look pass there as well.
And they're going to get a travel on the Rough Riders. As like you said it, Kenley, this fast-paced basketball is great, but the downside of that is it's very easy to get silly mistakes just like that.
Yeah, very easy to make mistakes. I mean, it's so easy to make mistakes when the game's not even going fast-paced, but when this game is going such fast-paced, and especially since Red River, I mean, they are launching passes from one end of the court to the other. I got to wonder if they slowed it down and maybe tried to run a play or something, if they'd be able to get some more points on the board.
As we'll have a turnover here, and it's going to be Packers ball. Cepeda will inbound the pass here. He'll get it into Nick Carlson at the top of the key, back over Cepeda, who thought about three on the far side corner. Nice dish down to Max Fowl, and Fowl has a beautiful right-handed floater there, and we'll have a timeout called by Coach Knutson for the West Fargo Packers. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on the Make Toot Sports Media Network.
Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com.
Welcome back here to West Fargo High School. Packers lead by 11 with a score of 35-24 with just under 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Our John Doe spins around Caleb Heupel, and a three put up there by Grant Vanstol, and it's good.
He had a little bit of a fake of a pass, and I think he was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for this, and it turned out to be in his favor.
Nick Carlson gives it back out to Max Fowl for the three, far side corner. No good. Rebound goes to the Rough Riders. Looked like he was going to Carlson, but that was out of his hands, and the Rough Riders can't get the layup to go. Carlson was looking for the block. He's not going to get it.
That's going to be goaltending there.
on Nick Carlson.
That's the first one I've actually seen in a JV game yet this year. I believe we had one goaltending call in a varsity game, but it doesn't happen all that often, and it doesn't happen all that often in college sports either, just because you have to get so far up there that it's really hard to do.
As Zepeda will inbound the pass here to Nick Carlson at the top of the key. Great work to jump over his defender. Zepeda puts up a three. That's no good. Falls right into the hands of Heichert, and he'll dish it to a wide open John Doe there for the Rough Riders. And they'll cut the lead down to 4. With just under 3 minutes left to go. Lambert's over to Zepeda on the far side. Zepeda's looking to drive, gives it to Lambert's, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound goes back to Lambert's, puts up a shot once again, and Logan Arison will come away with it. Nice Euro step there, and that's a block by Nick Carlson, but they're going to get him on a foul. As Arison will go to the line to shoot 2. As that'll be the Packers' 9th team foul.
And now it seems like this fast pace is starting to work out here for the Rough Riders. So really, it's going to be interesting, really, honestly, how these teams come out after halftime.
So with 2 free throws there, the Red River Rough Riders cut the Packer lead down to 2. Heupel brings up the court here for the Packers. Hands it over to Knutson. Back to Heupel. Zepeda on the near side. Works to his right. Gives it back to Heupel at the top of the key. Over there to C.J. Knutson on the far side. Fake pass. Gives it to Nick Carlson. Quickly swarmed there by 3 Red River Rough Riders.
And, you know, when they're in that 2-3 zone, that is going to be where the opening is, right at the top of that paint. So Packers doing a good job getting that ball to the opening. If you're Nick Carlson, you just need to turn around and shoot that. Because when you bring that ball down to dribble or you bring it down to waist height, that is when the opportunity for turnovers occur.
Knutson thought about the 3 on the near side corner. Elects to give it back as Max Fowl takes the 3 on the far side. Too strong there as that fell right into the hands of the Rough Rider player. Stripped away there by Caleb Heupel, and Rough Riders get a steal of their own. Pass back out to Drew Bowen is no good, but the Rough Riders are able to get the rebound, and just like that, we got a tie ball game, folks, with 1:45 left to go. Both teams knotted up at 35. Nick Carlson makes a move around the defender there and retakes the lead, 37-35 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. 90 seconds left to go here. Rough Riders have the ball. That's looking to get around Zepeda. Loses his dribble, hands it off to Bowen. Over to Van, still on the far side. Hands it off to her, John Doe. Quickly met by 2 Packer defenders. And a foul will be called here.
Just going to say, I don't think it was a bonus quite yet. There's a little miscommunication there, but good job by the Packers putting on that pressure, but also really good job by the Rough Riders. They kind of switched their game plan and switching it and making it going at the pace that the Packers were going kind of maybe threw them off a little bit, and then they were able to get some points on the board.
As the Rough Riders picked up their 6th team foul on that play. Heupel has it here for the Packers. Hands it off to Knutson. Thought about 3, works his way to the top of the key instead. Nick Carlson was looking to get around a couple of Rough Riders there, and he'll draw the foul. So now the Packers will be in the bonus, and they'll be shooting the 1-for-1. That'll be Nick Carlson. As Grant Vanstall picks up his 3rd personal. Carlson hits the first one, extends the Packer lead back to 4, excuse me. 3.
Math is hard sometimes.
Now it's 4. Rough Riders have the ball. That'll be Heichert. Over to Foss. 3 put up there by Logan Arison, nothing but net. And just like that, the Rough Riders cut the Packer lead down to 1. Zepeda's looking to drive, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound goes to Carlson, puts up a shot, and he extends the Packer lead back to 3. 30 seconds left here in game 2 here at West Fargo High School. Pass to Drew Bowen is good. Shot by Christopher Foss is no good, and Zepeda comes away with it. 20 seconds left here. He'll work his way across half court. Shot clock's turned off. Zepeda will dribble in between the circles. Gives it to C.J. Knutson, back to Zepeda, over there to foul. Far side corner 3, Caleb Heupel. He got it. Nothing but net from Caleb Heupel. And it'll be halftime. As the score here at halftime is 44-39 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. We'll be back here from these messages from our sponsors on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Whether you are looking to refinance your current mortgage and save or purchase a new home, Sean Carlson with Town & Country Credit Union can help. With over 15 years of mortgage experience, he is an expert on VA, FHA, USDA, first-time home buyer, and conventional home loans and can help determine the best loan product to fit your needs. His borrowers agree, saying, Sean was a pleasure to work with and made the entire mortgage process easy. I highly recommend him. Ready to check out how Sean and Town & Country Credit Union can help make your financial life easy? Stop by one of our 6 convenient Fargo, West Fargo locations or visit townandcountry.org today. From free checking accounts to auto loans to commercial and ag loans and, of course, home loans, Town & Country Credit Union has the low loan rates, flexible terms, low fees, and personal service you deserve. See for yourself how much you might save. Apply online today at townandcountry.org. Insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Davies working left to right. They set up Van Dam with the two-hand slam off the alley-oop. Give the assist to Cole Haynes.
Did you miss any part of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Magnitude's DVR feature puts instant replay instantly into your hands. Revisit a big player score, watch a delayed version of this game, and then click live at any time to return to the live broadcast. Now you don't have to miss the game-winning buzzer beater, your son's 79-yard touchdown run, or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
Outside Satter. Step back 3, number 12. He got it! 7 in the first half and 5 so far here in the second half.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com. Whether you are looking to refinance your current mortgage and save or purchase a new home, Sean Carlson with Town & Country Credit Union can help. With over 15 years of mortgage experience, he is an expert on VA, FHA, USDA, first-time home buyer, and conventional home loans and can help determine the best loan product to fit your needs. His borrowers agree, saying, Sean was a pleasure to work with and made the entire mortgage process easy. I highly recommend him. Ready to check out how Sean and Town & Country Credit Union can help make your financial life easy? Stop by one of our 6 convenient Fargo, West Fargo locations or visit townandcountry.org today. From free checking accounts to auto loans to commercial and ag loans and, of course, home loans, Town & Country Credit Union has the low loan rates, flexible terms, low fees, and personal service you deserve. See for yourself how much you might save. Apply online today at townandcountry.org. Insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different, it is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Halftime here at West Fargo High School. Packers lead 44-38 over the Red River Rough Riders. Just about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go as we see the West Fargo Packers come back on the court. And with that, Kenley, what do you think the coaches from both teams were telling their players at halftime?
I think if you're the coach from both teams, you're really going to try to say it's a pretty darn good thing that the Packers were finally able to make some of those outside shots. They did a really good job at the beginning by getting those balls down low, as we saw Jacob Lambert said had the first 8 or so points of the night there for the Packers, other than C.J. Knutsen's nice little jumper earlier. So I think if you're the Packers, you've got to remember that we're going to be able to take away this win if we're able to shoot the ball from all over. We cannot rely on just shooting that 3-point ball, and we got to be able to make sure that we can get the ball into the big man. If you're the Red River Rough Riders, you're thinking, make them continue to foul us. They did pretty darn good there at the free throw line. They were able to come back, get it pretty close. Things kind of got a little bit carried away towards the end of that second half when the Packers kind of went on a little bit of a run. But otherwise, I think if you're them, you're thinking it's going pretty good. I think the thing that's going to be big for both of the teams is the fact that if this game coming out of halftime is going to be going at a more fast pace or slow pace. For a while there, the fast pace was really working towards the Packers' advantage. I just didn't think Red River was quite ready for it. They didn't seem like they were prepared. Then after the timeout, Red River came out. They were ready for it. They were doing cross-the-court passes like you'd see on the football field, and they got it rolling a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets the possession here. So I believe it's going to be Red River possession coming out of halftime here, and it'll be interesting to see if they're going to want to slow things down a little bit or keep up this tempo of a high-speed type of game.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more, Kenley. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Sean Carlson, Town & Country Credit Union, Go Promo, and Van Dam Chiropractic. The Magnitude Sports Media Network would like to thank these awesome sponsors for supporting North Dakota High School athletics and for allowing us to broadcast these games here at West Fargo High School. And if you see them out in the public, be sure to thank them for all they do. Let's give a little update on our schedule here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Right now, we're broadcasting. Let me flip to the right page here. Right now we're broadcasting Fargo North versus Fargo Davies in boys basketball. We're also broadcasting Perham versus Holly in boys basketball, as well as Barnesville versus Frazee in boys basketball as well. On Saturday, February 20th, which is tomorrow, we'll be broadcasting Fargo Davies versus Fargo North in boys swim and dive from 11 to 2, as well as Perham versus DGF in girls basketball, CJV and varsity starting at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, Cody, it's a big weekend here, sports. State wrestling's, I think, finishing up today, so congrats to all the wrestlers who made it to state and are competing as we speak. And then, Packer fans, the boys hockey team won in double overtime. Cody, you were even there last night. They won in double overtime against Fargo North, and they're going to be playing tomorrow at noon against Fargo Davies, which is a talented team as well, and I believe that's going to be the state qualifier game. So it's going to be a good one tomorrow. So Packer fans, if you're looking for something to do around that noon time, make sure you check out that hockey game. But we also got plenty of sports here on Magnitude Sports. It's not very often you see a live stream of swimming, and I'm kind of excited, honestly, for that to be seen because depending on how big the pool decks are, they're not nearly as big as these gyms are. So visitation is still sometimes limited. So it's going to be fun to see some swimmers out there, and who knows, maybe we got the next Michael Phelps in the Fargo-Moorhead area.
Yeah, you got it, Kenley, and I agree. Yeah, I was at that boys hockey game last night. West Fargo Packer fans, that was sure a fun one to watch. Just to give you a little update, Caleb Rourke tied that game. We'll go to the beginning. The Fargo North Spartans scored the first goal. Packers came back with a score from Braden Jacobson, sniped it right at the face-off circle on the left side, and then the Fargo North Spartans proceeded to get 2 more goals of their own. Then the Packers came back with a power play goal, a 5-on-3 from Braden Jacobson, and then in the final couple minutes in the third period, Caleb Rourke tied it up for the West Fargo Packers. That resulted in a 8-minute overtime. After that overtime, it was still 3-3. We went into a second overtime, and Dalton Bossard scored the game-winning goal for the Packers within the first minute of that double overtime, and the Packers kept their season alive. Unfortunately for the Fargo North Spartans, their season ended. As the Packers have it here, score is 44-38. Nick Carlson drives, puts up a shot off the backboard, gets it to go.
And honestly, when he puts that ball down, it is so loud that it almost looks like all the Red River Rough Rider players just kind of scattered out of the way, and he had a wide open lane, which honestly, I don't blame him. He is a big, scary guy who's tall. He's muscular. As we've seen, he can throw that ball down against the rim. So it's going to be interesting to see how he comes out in the second half.
As a shot there by Tanner Larson is no good. And Kenley, you talked about what a great weekend in sports. I believe I saw something today that for West Fargo Packers fans, Casey Ortiz made it to the finals in state wrestling. So good luck to him.
Yeah, I saw a tweet by Dom Izzo, and this is kind of when everything starts to get going here for sports here in North Dakota. We're finishing up with wrestling, then you got hockey, then you got Class B, Class B regionals, and you got state and EDC and WDA, and then you got Class B regionals and state again there for either the boys or the girls side. So it's a really good time to be watching sports right now, and on top of it, we've got football in February.
Yes, we do. This Sunday, NDSU will be playing their first football game, and I'll be there on Sunday, as I was fortunate enough to get a ticket. But I think the best part of all this is we get to have fans back in the stands, and it is great to have the fans back here. Unfortunately, we still have to wear a mask to keep everybody safe, which is a great thing, but it's good to have fans in the stands. And basketball is wrapping up too, Kenley. I think we only have a few more games here at West Fargo High School.
Yeah, we got 2 more regular season games here at West Fargo High School. Both of them are going to be boys games, and then the week after that, I believe it's going to be March 2nd, the starting week of March 2nd, is going to actually be the start of the EDC tournament. So it's coming here fast, and it's hard to believe that we're even at that spot already.
And it's not confirmed yet, but the Magnitude Sports is looking to try and see if we can broadcast the EDC tournaments here at West Fargo High School. But we'll keep you up to date there.
Also, you mentioned the Bison, but we can also not forget about the UND Fighting Hawks, who also play Saturday, actually, instead of Sunday. So can't forget about them either.
As your brother is at UND.
He is.
But it's okay, Kenley, because you got to be a Bison football fan and UND hockey fan. That's how you do it in North Dakota.
No, that's not how you do it. You're either one or the other.
All right, we'll disagree with that one, and we'll go back to basketball here at West Fargo High School. Score here is 52-40. Packers have a 12-point lead with 16:08. And our John Doe takes a hard fall there with Peyton Jancy, but both players get up and seem to be okay.
Yeah, no, Cody. I'm sorry. You're either an NDSU fan or a UND fan. I don't think there's any way to be in the middle on that one. It's kind of like USD and SDSU. It's just how it goes. Vikings and Green Bay. Can't tell me you like one, but you don't like the other.
We'll disagree there. As Christopher Foss has it here for the Red River Rough Riders, he'll hand it off to Gunnar Hiker. And that ball will be poked out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touched by Max Fowl, resulting in the Rough Riders keeping their possession. Van Stahl will inbound the pass on the near side. He'll get it into Foss. Foss will dribble in between the circles. He'll work his way back to the logo. He'll be guarded by Nick Carlson. He'll pass it off to Vanstall. 1 second left on the shot clock, and that shot is no good. Rebound goes to Nick Carlson, and he'll hand it off to Jancy, and Jancy will bring it up the court. Larson will have it on the near side corner. He'll hand it off to Foul, and he'll get it down to Lambert, who puts up a shot there, working down in the paint, and Nick Carlson is there for the rebound and puts it back. Packers extend the lead to 14 with 15-15 left to go here in the second half. Beautiful dish there from Hikert to Seth Miller. And Lamberts comes back with a shot off the backboard. Banks are open today for Jacob Lamberts.
You know, and he's a player who really does use that backboard to his advantage all the time. We've seen him throw up a few threes, and some of them have been straight, nothing but net, but a lot of them have bounced off that backboard, so he's a player that definitely is a friend of the backboard.
And we'll have a timeout call. Timeout call. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Make Toot Sports Media Network.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
Welcome back here to West Fargo High School. Packers lead 56-40 over the visiting Red River Rough Riders. 14:56 left to go here in the second half of this game 2 of 3. Packers will have the ball. Looks like Nick Carlson will on the pass here. Packers are sitting at 1 team foul. Rough Riders are sitting at 2. Carlson gives it in a Foul. Foul will walk it up the court here with that right-handed dribble. He'll reach that Packer ball at half court and hand it off to Carlson. Carlson has that top of the key. Screen set there by Lamberts. Loses it, gets it back, puts up a shot, no good. Draws the foul. And the Rough Riders will pick up the 3rd team foul. That'll be the 4th personal on Grant Vanstall. So he's got 4, so he'll be checking out here.
And you know, Cody, I might have thought that was maybe all ball from up here, but as I like to say, you get what you get when it comes to a ref, and you definitely don't want to throw a fit because that can cause problems for you later in the game. As I know, getting a little bad juju with the ref is never a good thing.
And we saw that in that first game. We saw a technical, by the Rough Riders.
And you know, Cody, that play right there, that 5-second violation right there on an inbound pass is even harder to do than getting a shot clock violation. That was just tremendous defense there by the Packers. That is absolutely hard to do. Not only because I think sometimes some refs maybe give you an extra few seconds, but it's hard to do, especially when you're given that such a short amount of time.
And Max Foul connects and gets a 3-0 but net. And that's a lob there to Drew Bowen. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll draw the foul. Larson is pleading his case, probably begging as well as he had his hands up in there. But Kenley, like you said, what you get is what you get.
And, you know, I think maybe the concern with that one was that I felt like the foul was maybe a little late. But at the end of the day, no matter what time the foul occurs, I mean, it maybe could have been on the floor instead of when the shot was going up, but he was still in the air. So overall, I think the ref made the right call on giving him the opportunity to go to line and shoot too.
And with 2 free throws good there, the Rough Riders cut it to a 19-point lead. They got themselves a deficit here, but good thing there's a lot of time left to go in this one. But they can't be doing things like that. You got to cut the fouls and start getting some turnovers here. As Carlson will go to the line and shoot 2 as the Rough Riders picked up their 4th team foul. That'll be the 3rd personal on I believe that was Drew Bowen. As they'll bring it up the court. Max Foul is just going to strip that out of the Rough Riders' hands, and Max Fowl gets an easy 2 points on the breakaway.
And, Cody, that's at least the third strip I've seen so far today. He does a great job on being able to get his hands in there, not draw the foul, which is so hard to do. So congrats to Max Fowl on just being able to get his hand in there and then come away with 2 points.
You almost got to call him Swiper, like Swiper no swiping, as he comes in and swipes that ball away.
It's been a long time since I've heard that one.
But that's exactly what he does. And like you said it,
you're
Kenley,
right.
we saw it a while back on the far side corner. I believe we had a Rough Rider bringing it up the court to the left side of your screen at the half-court line, and I blinked, and Max Fowl was coming to the right side of your screen with the ball, and he had an easy layup. He just swipes it and doesn't draw the foul and capitalizes it.
Hey, I like the analogy. I'm good for it.
As Nick Carlson has it here on the far side, he'll give it to Larson. As I'm sure I'll be hearing it from Fowl a little bit later as he comes back and watches film on this game someday. Lambert gets a jumper there. That's good. Extends the lead back to 24. As our John Doe will have it here, he'll work it up to top of the key, puts up a circus shot, no good, but a foul will be called, and the Packers will pick up the third team foul this second half.
You know, Rough Riders maybe got away with a little bit of a travel error on the other side. I think the ref was saying it was just kind of bobbled between both, which means that, you know, that foul, that travel cannot be called. So Rough Riders maybe getting a little bit of a break here, and hopefully they're able to convert on an opportunity down low.
John Doe for the Rough Riders puts up a high arcing shot, but no good, and foul will come away with it here for the Packers. He'll give it to C.J. Knutson, who's looking to drive. Spins around a defender, puts up a shot, and he's got it. Nothing but net here. Boy, are the Packers rolling on all cylinders tonight, putting everything down.
Yeah, they came out hot. And, you know, Cody, I don't really think this one is super fast-paced or super slowed down. It's kind of just a nice medium here, which maybe is working out best here for the Packers. And we'll have to see if the Rough Riders maybe try to switch things up to see if they can get some more points on the board or if they're going to be okay with how it's going right now.
You know, I agree with you, Kenley. It seems like the Packers have found that happy medium because at the start of the game, both teams really wanted to go that fast-paced route, and that caused the Packers to have turnovers, and that is not what they wanted. So they slowed things down. And if I were the Red River Rough Riders, I'd pick things up again because once they picked things up in that first half, the Packers made silly mistakes, and that's exactly what's going to let the Rough Riders get back into this one. Let the Packers start making mistakes and maybe giving you the opportunity. And then the Rough Riders just got to capitalize. Or John Doe puts up a three on the far side, no good. Max Fowl comes away with it. Another breakaway for the Packers, and that's Tanner Larson with another 2 points. And just like that, the Packers were up by 30 with just under 12 minutes left to go.
Yeah, I don't know how you can disagree with that foul. That one was pretty clear from here. Not only, I believe it was on Tarley, but he's just so tall that it was pretty easy to see from here.
And that's correct, Kenley. That's Tarley's third personal as the Rough Riders win on a pass. Long three put up there by the Rough Riders is no good. And Larson will bring it up the court here on the far side. He'll cross half court with that right-handed dribble. He'll get it down to Carlson. Back up to Tarley. Works his way to the top of the key, hands it off to Knutson. Thought about the three, and he just goes for it. Little strong there. Rebound goes to Nick Carlson. Way to high point that pass, or pass, and out jump everybody else. Tarley has it over there to Larson. Larson directing traffic down to Fowl. Puts up the circus shot, no good. Rebound goes to the Rough Riders, and a foul will be called here on the Packers. That'll be their fifth team foul.
And, you know, Cody, I want to point out here that the Rough Riders are not making bad shots. They're doing a good job passing the ball, finding the open player. It's just not really going down for them right now. They're just not able to get the ball to go down through the basket. So if you're a Rough Riders fan and you're the Rough Riders coach, you cannot be mad at your guys right now. They're not making too many silly mistakes. They're not putting up bad shots that are kind of Hail Marys here. They're doing a good job, just not really getting anything to fall.
Shot there by the Rough Riders is no good, and Nick Carlson bringing it up the court here. He's coming up the court with a full head of steam. Hands it off to Larson. Back to C.J. Knutson looking to drive. And a foul will be called here. That'll be on the floor, though, before the shot occurred.
And big difference here in this second half is the fact that the Packers have 5 fouls and the Rough Riders just picked up their 5th. So as soon as one team gets to that bonus area, the other one's not going to be too far behind.
What a nice pass there from Nick Carlson to Max Fowl. Great awareness and just vision on the court to find a wide open Max Fowl. And that allows Fowl to get the easy shot to go. A couple of players collide there. Appears to be everybody's all right. And that'll be the fifth personal on our John Doe. So he'll check out with 11 minutes to go in the second half.
And then that's a lot of time, Cody. That's going to put the Rough Riders in a little bit of a hurt position.
As Jancy will dribble in between the circles, he'll hand it off to Caleb Heupel, back to Jancy. Over there to Knutson, back down to Larson. Larson tried to get it to Carlson, but that bounced off the bottom of the backboard there. And a travel will be called here on the Rough Riders as I believe that was Jordan Dvorak, or no, excuse me, Gunnar Heikert that fell there and was called for the travel. Nick Carlson inbounds a pass here to Jancy. Knutson's almost lost that pass from Jancy, but is able to keep it alive. Heupel has it here. Works to his left, back to his right. Up to Jancy for the deep three. No good, a little too strong. Rebound goes to Carlson. And Carlson puts up the circus shot, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure he thought that ball was going to go anywhere near in the basket. But as you said, he put up the circus shot, and it went in.
Almost looked like a granny style just heave.
It did.
And it was able to hit nothing but net, which made it even better. As it looks like Heupel was trying to confuse the ref and say that it was Packers ball, but wasn't able to get away with it as the referee looked at him and said it's Rough Riders ball.
Yeah, the referee had a nice little smile on his face as he did almost get away with that one.
As well as Heupel came back with a little grin of himself. So a little humor here at West Fargo High School. As a shot is put up and made by the Rough Riders. Beautiful dish there from Tanner Larson to Lambert. Isn't able to get the first one to go, but he gets the second. Heikert brings it up to court here for the Rough Riders. Scores 78-44 with 9:30 left to go here in Game 2 of this triple header between the visiting Red River Rough Riders and the West Fargo Packers. Foul will be called here on the Packers. That'll be their fifth team foul. Sixth, check that. And that'll be the first personal on Jacob Lamberts. Hiker gets isn't able to get the first one to go off that as that rattled off the front of the iron.
And you know, Cody, right now, based on this score here, if I do what I hope is correct math, which the 34, so now 33-point differential, it's definitely not the type of a match where you would have thought, oh my goodness, the Red River Rough Riders only up at 5 at half. Packers really came out here at halftime, after halftime, into the second half, and really showed up and said, this one's not going to be easy, especially on my home court.
As Jancy has it dribbling between the circles, hands it off to Heupel, back down to Lamberts, quickly swarmed there. Beautiful backdoor pass to C.J. Knutson, and he had tried to go for the reverse layup. If he was able to get that to go, that'd be something I'd like to re-watch. But he wasn't able to get it to go, but good thing Lamberts was there. And that's a nice pass there, or a steal, excuse me, to Larson, and he was fouled on the shot, so he'll go to the line to shoot two as the Rough Riders pick up their 7th team foul. Packers extend the lead to 36. As it appears that the West Fargo Packers aren't letting up the gas pedal.
Full throttle.
Wide open. I think that's the song. As we're going to get a travel there on the Rough Riders. As Heikert was looking to drive to the basket and just fell down and slid a little bit there. Checking in for the Rough Riders is Tate Parson. Jancy will bring it up the court here with that right-handed dribble. He'll reach the Packer ball at half court, hand it off to Heupel. Thought about the three, hands it over to Knudsen for the far side corner three. No good, rattles in and out. Rebounded by Lamberts, but that falls out of his hands. We're going to say it was last touched by the Rough Riders. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors once again at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union, Go Promo, and Van Dam Chiropractic. Magnitude Sports Media Network would like to thank these wonderful sponsors for supporting North Dakota High School athletics and for allowing us to broadcast here at West Fargo High School. Be sure to thank them for all they do. As Heupel puts up the right-handed floater, that's no good, isn't quite able to get the rebound. But after a little hot potato, Jancy comes away with it, and a little more hot potato, and now the Rough Riders have it. And they put up a shot there and get it to go. As Heupel brings up the court here, he'll hand it off to Tanner Larson on the far side. Larson dribbles here, gives it back to Jancy, over to C.J. Knudsen, back down to Heupel. Heupel drops it off to Knudsen. Jancy has it here in between the circles, looking to drive. Nice move to get around defender, but is blocked from behind, but he'll draw the foul, and that'll be the Rough Riders' 8th team foul.
And, you know, earlier, the Rough Riders are still putting points up here and there on the board, which is just a way of them to say, hey, we're not going to go down quite yet, and we're still going to have a presence here, and good job on their part. They're, you know, they're down by quite a few here, but they're showing up, and they're not giving up quite yet.
As Jancy can't quite get the first one to fall. And he'll get the second one to go. So Jancy goes 1 for 2 at the line here, and the Rough Riders will bring it up the court here. That'll be Parson that has it. He'll hand it off to Vansdale, excuse me. Gives it back to Drew Bowen, who takes the near side three. And looks like C.J. Knudsen and Jancy were both fighting for that ball there. Maybe they didn't realize they were both on the same team, and that fell out of bounds. And
I've always said you need gloves on your hands, different colors, maybe red and green, so you know when you're fighting the same guy for the same ball.
C.J. Knudsen puts up a shot off the backboard. That's no good, and the Rough Riders come away with it. As they'll work it up the court here, they'll cross half court. That'll be Vansdal that has it. Works his way to the top ski, dishes over to Bowen for the far side corner three, no good. Fell right into the hands of Larson. Heupel brings up the court here for the Packers. Dishes over to Knudsen. Back down to Jancy on the far side corner. Up to Heupel in between the circles. Larson has it on the near side. Chucks it over to Knudsen. Back up to Larson. Looking to drive. Puts up the one-handed floater, and he got it from a little help with the backboard. 85-47 in favor of the West Fargo Packers, with 6:25 and counting. Rough Riders have it here at the top of the key. Back down to Bowen. And now Zachary Kraft has it. Puts up a shot. Excuse me. Nope, that's Brett Feller that has it. And that ball falls out of bounds. And it's going to be Packers ball. Jancy will walk it up the court here for the Packers. He'll work that right-handed dribble. Cross half court, dishes it over to Heupel. Heupel works his way back in between the circles, back by that Packer Bull logo. And Larson has the top of the key. Over to Josh Ballstead. He makes his first appearance of the night. He fouled out in the first game, but had a nice first game. Jancy has it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock here. Ballstead's got to put up a shot. Can't quite do that as that rattled off the rim. And they're going to say Knudsen or Ballstead stepped on the line, and possession will be given to the Rough Riders. Christopher Foss will bring it up the court here for the Rough Riders. He'll get it back to Vansdal at the top of the key. Over to Feller. And Vansdal is looking to drive, and he's got a nice shot off the glass.
Nice job by Vansdal, just continuing to drive to the hoop until he found an opening.
Jancy's going to drive to the basket, can't get it to go. Almost gets his own rebound. Ballstead takes a hard fall as he's slow to get up. Ballstead was looking for the rebound, took the hard fall, but he appears to be okay. And Ballstead's going to walk off the court here as McGregor checks back in. As he'll get checked out by the trainee, or the trainer, excuse me, not trainee.
Tomato, tomato.
Potato, potato. As we'll have a foul here on the Packers, and that'll be Grant Vanstol. That'll be at the line shooting the 1-for-1. Gets the first one to go. He'll be rewarded with the second as he cut the Packer lead down to 35 with 5:02 left to go. Vanstol hits the first one, or the second one, excuse me. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. Heupel brings up the court here. Peyton McGregor takes the three on the far side, or excuse me, near side. That's a little too strong. Falls right into the hands of Bowen. He'll walk it up the court here with that right-handed dribble. He'll pass it over to Heikert. Back down to Bowen, and he's got a nice shot off the backboard as well. And Jansen will walk it up the court here. 4 minutes and change left to go on this one. Knutson has a nice spin around. Layup that's no good, and the Rough Riders will bring it up the court here. That'll be Vanstol that has it, and I'll be picked off by Peyton McGregor. That makes a nice move. Circus shot. That is no good, but he'll go to the line. Shooting the 1-for-1 as the Rough Riders pick up their 9th team foul. Or shooting 2, excuse me, as he was fouled on the shot. Rattles the first one off the front of the iron. Checking in for the Packers is going to be Isaac Fitz and Dorian Tarley. They'll check in for Jancy and Knutson, as they'll likely be sitting for the rest of this one.
Yeah, good job by the Packers to come out after halftime and just kind of make their mark here and say, this is our house. As it was a close 1.5, 5 points only compared to the 35 we have right now.
Mansell has it here for the Rough Riders. Passes over to Heikert. Nice backdoor cut by Drew Bowen, but he was quickly met there by Peyton McGregor. Luckily for him, he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line as well, as that is the first personal on Peyton McGregor. And that'll be the Packers' 8th team foul. Can't quite get the second one to go, and Dorian Tarley will rebound that. McGregor has a nice pass down to Tanner Larson, and the Packers get 2 more. As Rough Riders go for the lob, and that'll be taken away by Caleb Heupel. Packers will have numbers here. Nice pass to McGregor and back to Tarley, and what a nice ball movement there by the West Fargo Packers. Score here is 90-53 in favor of the Packers. 12:40 and counting left to go in this game 2. Floater there by the Rough Riders is no good, and Larson comes away with it. He'll walk it up the court here. Hand it over to Heupel, who's wide open, takes the 3. No good off the side of the rim, and that'll be poked out of bounds. So it'll be last touch by the Packers. And it's going to be Rough Riders' ball. Packers lead by 37 here. As Tate Parson will have it. Heikert will work his way down to the paint. And a foul will be called on the Packers. That'll be the Packers' 9th team foul. Both teams are at 9, so he'll go to the line shooting some free throws here. First one is good. Looking to go 2 for 2 at the line here. As Welcome checks in for, couldn't quite see. Oh, I think that's Tanner Larson. He checked in for Tanner Larson. As I saw Welcome come in, but I didn't see anybody walk out. As Heupel will bring it up the court here. He'll pass it over there on the far side of Tarley. Back up to Heupel. McGregor. McGregor tried to laser it down to Welcome, but that went right out of Welcome's hands.
Yeah, right idea. Just a little too fast for Welcome. Ran right through his fingertips.
A little too butter on the hands. A little too much butter. As Tarley comes away with it for the Packers, he'll give it up to Heupel, who gives it back to Tarley. Dribbles up to the top of the key. Back over to Heupel on the far side. Up to Fitz. Down to Tarley here. And McGregor has it right at the free throw line. Great ball movement here by the Packers, milking the clock. As Fitz was looking to get it to McGregor, but they were off, not on the same page, as McGregor was looking to cut to the basket, and Fitz was thinking that he was going to stay there. Van Zyl will walk it up the court here. He'll hand it off to Heikert. And then back to Foss. And that ball will fall out of bounds. This stays last touch by the Rough Riders. It'll be Packers ball. Immediately following the conclusion of this one, we'll have a varsity matchup between the Red River Rough Riders and the West Fargo Packers. I'll go back to scoreboard and color, and Kenley Mankey will come back here on play-by-play. Be sure to stick around for that one, as that's looking to be a good one here at West Fargo High School.
And then we can't forget about Cameron on camera. So we want to give a big shout out to Cameron tonight for helping us out. So thank you, Cameron.
Thank you for all your hard work, Cameron. We really appreciate it. As 2:04 left to go in this one, Packers lead 90-55 over the visiting Rough Riders. Substitutions here for the Rough Riders, as Seth Miller and Hudson Flom will check that. Brett Feller will check in. Welcome goes 1 for 2 at the line, and that ball fall out of bounds, and they're going to say it was last touched by the Rough Riders, so it'll be Packers ball with 2:02 left to go. Dorian Tarley will inbound the pass here to Fitz at the top of the key. Hands it over to McGregor. Back up to Heupel. Down to Fitz on the near side. And a foul will be called there on the Rough Riders. That'll be their 10th team foul, so Fitz will go to the line shooting 2 with just under 2 minutes left to go. If you're just joining us, the Packers took game 1 with a score of 63-56. That was a little closer than this one right here, and the Packers are well on their way to taking game 2 here, as they have a comfortable margin. As this one is not the score that it looks like right here in that first half. It was only a 5-point lead for the Packers, and it was a pretty good game in that first half, but the Packers came out at halftime red hot, and the Rough Riders just haven't been able to capture the Packers' speed.
And you know, Cody, the Packers did come out really hot. I'm also not gonna also point out here that both teams, the Packers kind of just slowed things down a little bit. That fast pace was kind of working for them, but wasn't so well. But the Packers get it to their pace. I think that also helped them out a lot.
Yeah, we talked about the Packers finding that happy medium, because in the first half, both teams like to go fast, and the Packers were making mistakes. In that second half, they slowed down a bit and really honed in and didn't make a whole lot of mistakes. And I know I talked about trying to, if I were the Rough Riders, to speed up tempo and try to make the Packers make some more mistakes and help the Rough Riders' case, but that just didn't happen here. And we just have a minute left in this one, as the Rough Riders will bring it up the court here. They'll have it at the top of the key. That'll be Foss. Foss gives it down to Van Zyl, and the Rough Riders get 2 points. There's about a 10-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock, as McGregor puts up a jumper at the right elbow. That's no good. They're going to say his last touch by the Rough Riders, so we'll stick here with the Packers. Shot clock will be turned off. 27.6 seconds left in this one. Packers lead 94-59. Heupel has it. Back up to McGregor. Dorian Tarley takes a shot. As there's 20 seconds left in this one. Miller has it here. He'll work his way to the top key, looking to drive. Gives it out to Feller. 5 seconds left. 3 put up far side corner. No good. Rebounded by the Packers, and they're just going to dribble this one out. And the Packers are going to take game 2 with a score 94-59 over the visiting Red River Rough Riders. Be sure to check back for the varsity matchup here in a few minutes. We'll be back for game 3 of this triple header on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.